Okay, I don't have chat. There, now I have chat. Okay. And I'm gonna wait to start recording when Killswitch joins. Going right into autopilot there. Like, this is not my account. He did say I could spend silver and stuff, but I'm not gonna do that. Wait. Uh Let me give a link. That would be the smart thing to do. I think he followed me on Twitch and not YouTube. Because I don't think I've told too many people in the clan yet that I'm streaming on YouTube now. Alright, I did want to take a look at the Harima here. Yeah. This is what I've been thinking has been the problem. 1000%. I am excited to get you in chat because the problem is very obvious and very easy to fix. Very, very easy to fix. Let's see what we're looking at for Clan Boss 2. Just get a little preview. Let me know when you're in the chat, sir. It's loading up. Yep. Cool, cool, cool. And let's look at who the team is. Okay. Hey Taylor, are you Kill Switch? All right, cool. All right, I'm gonna do a quick little intro here because I'm gonna start recording. I haven't started recording yet, so I'm gonna start recording. I'm gonna do a quick little intro explaining this because I'm gonna put this on YouTube as well. But I did get a little preview of kind of what major issues I can see here. So uh, I'm gonna just do a little intro and then just keep an ear out for some questions. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Roadblock here. So I'm doing my first, second account takeover. The first one was more of just pulling shards, but this one, we're not pulling shards. We're just trying to help coach one of the members of my clan. Killswitch has been in my clan for quite some time. He's been reaching out for help, and as great of a tool as Discord is, it's really hard sometimes to communicate and really get into those nitty-gritty little bits. So at this point, I am going to take a look at the account and try and identify some issues. Now, the main focus that was requested was PvP. So if we take a look real quick at Arena, currently Silver 3. I do want a lot of my clan members to hit Gold 1. That is the goal for the future. And so now we're going to take a dive and see what's going on there. Also, Clan Boss is a bit of a question mark. And so Kill Switch, the account that I'm on, is 2 keying Brutal with a really, really strong team. I already see a lot of stuff that just on the face of this here where there can be some improvement. And I did give a small little look at the account before I started recording and saw some big issues. Now, let's first focus on PvP. It's many of you that are experienced players are going to look at this roster and say, I don't really understand how there's a struggle on PvP. And that's a fair assessment. Killswitch has great champions. But there's a classic blunder that so many new players make. And to be clear to you, Killswitch, I'm not attacking you in any way. Everybody makes these mistakes early on. And it's about gearing. The problem is you're using flat stat items. Now, not in this particular case with your Rhonda. Well, you are. See, you're using flat stat boots right here. I'm curious. I'm just going to do a filter search. We're going to look at equipped gear. We're going to look at the bottom 3 and see how many of them are HP, attack, or defense. So, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Every single piece of gear that is on the screen right now is trash. I would throw it out and never use it ever again. Flat stat gear, trash. 1000% trash. And that is probably a big part of the problem. I first want to work on Harima. Harima by herself can likely carry you to gold 1, if I'm being completely honest. The problem is that you're using flat stat items. You have flat stat attack gauntlets, which, by the way, she's a defensive hero, so her damage comes from defense. So even if you were to use flat stat items, you don't want flat stat gloves on her. Now, by the way, just to be clear, because I don't want you to get amped up and then go delete all your gear that has flat stats. All of the 3 top pieces, your weapon, your helmet, and your shield, those can only be flat stat, but the bottom ones can have percent stats. Now, I'm happy to work on Harima, and the reason that I'm going to do that is because she's not in your clan boss team. You have a decent enough clan boss team. It can be better. We'll get there. But the first thing I want to do is get Harima built. Who do you currently use in Arena? Let's take a look at your normal team. What would your normal team be? Sun Wukong is a lead, and then decreased defense, and then damage dealers. Yeah, okay. Decent enough comp. I haven't really reviewed your entire roster, so let's take a look at the whole roster here. Okay. Bro, I dislike you so much right now. I want Necmo Thar so bad, and you have him. Oh. Yeah. So, you have a couple save teams. Fair enough. I have too much flat gear. I was happy when I pulled her. Yeah. So I'm under the impression that if I can get Harima up and running for you, she can pretty much carry you into gold. Provided that I am able to move around the required amount of gear. Right out the gate, though, your roster is incredibly strong. You have the best damage dealer in the game. Your masteries are incorrect, and we'll talk about that. One of the best rare epic supports, the best PvP champion other than like Mariska Terrace type stuff. Another one of the top PvP champions. One of the best burners. What's your spider looking like? 20. Yeah. Oh yeah, and it's fast too. Using Artak. Yeah, okay. Oh, and a little bit of Newt in there too. Yep. All right, I see what you're doing. That's good. Do we have any that aren't 20? Nope. Good there. Good there. Good there. All right. Looking good. Looking good. When you've got a good source of gearing, that's that's really really good because all of those other pieces need to get thrown in the bin. Just chuck them. Um, you have a incredibly strong roster. Uh, I'm just going down to take a look and see if there are any like unleveled, really good epics down here. Okay. All right. Miscreated as well. So my biggest advice. Oh, you've got a Mortu. You actually have a very similar team to what I have built. If you did a little bit of shaking it up. What's your stone skin? I bet you don't have any stone skin gear. Do you not? You probably do. You do a lot of Hydra? Yeah, it's 2 pieces. Okay. So you fail Spider 20 sometimes. Okay. Let's see why. What's your Artac? That might not be enough accuracy for Spider. Yeah, you'd want the accuracy banner on Artac there. So a lot of the issues that I'm identifying right out the gate. Obviously, we talked about flat stat gear. The other issue is that you're all over the place. And what I mean by that is if we look at like Harima's masteries, um, not really PvP masteries, tank masteries, right? But she hits, and I don't know what my masteries are on her off the top of my head, but I do have her doing damage as well as being tanky. So I think I have her in like an offense and defense tree. Let me take a look. I just want to play with her because she's also fun and one of my favorite champions to have pulled. So we've got Harima, Hell Hades. Because I know I went with I usually kind of start with what he's got me doing, and maybe tweak it for my own intentions. So we'll go for I like her as a nuker, and yeah, so we go down the offense tree, getting Helm Smasher, and then getting Retribution and Deterrence. I'm not worried about her being a meta counter as much. She kind of already does that just from her passive, in my opinion. Um, let's trying to decide who I want to build first. um, right out the gate, I'm gonna address a couple of things for you. Okay. So lethal dose increases the damage enemies receive from poison debuffs placed by this champion in the arena. Couple of issues here. Number one, Rector Draft doesn't cast any poisons. Number two, this only works in the arena. You do not want lethal dose on anybody. As far as blessings go, the blessing that you would want to have on Rector Draft is usually going to be Miracle Heal. If you're using her as a healer, the other you could make an argument for Commanding Presence or even Cruelty to decrease the defense of the target that you're hitting. But Lethal Dose doesn't do anything in this instance. And then likewise with Sun Wukong, we have Chainbreaker, chance of removing stun, freeze, sleep, provoke, placed on this champion, right? The thing is, it's not that good. There's a 10% chance of removing a buff, but the reality is he's a nuker. He's a PvP nuker, and he has access to Soul Reap, which is also going to give him plus 500 attack, as well as giving him crit damage in the future. Temporal chains. Are you saying temporal chains for Rector Draft? I know there's a little bit of a delay. Oh, you're talking for Sun Wukong then. I mean, I don't use temporal chains on anybody. It doesn't mean it's bad. It's just not what I use. Um, for my PvP nukers, for Harima, yeah. I mean, even then, I would still honestly, I still go. Actually, I don't think I have a blessing on her on my account, but I would. Let me reread temporal chains a little bit. Decreases your enemy speed for each active buff they are under. Yeah, I mean, it kind of fits with her style, but I want, in this case, I'd like to build her as a nuker, given that this account lacks a lot of speed and control. If we had a Arbiter, if we had, or no, you know what? Maybe that's better then, because maybe, you know what? Temporal Chains might be the better option here, since we don't have a way of getting her damage out quickly, and we don't have as much of a way to keep her alive either. So, I changed my mind a little bit, and I want to focus on Newt. I am curious about how many books you've got and who has books into them. So Sun Wukong does, Harima doesn't, Newt, but you had other. So what? Artak is booked. So Rhonda's booked, Artak is booked, and that's pretty much it right now. Okay. All right. Ooh, that is a nice banner, sir. Or not banner, necklace. Maybe. Okay. Newt is who I want to focus on first. And I say that because I want to make Newt much stronger for you in order to help carry you further through Clan Boss. Do I have a key? I have a key. What do you... So yeah, you've used 2 keys in Nightmare and then 2 keys in Brutal, right? That was you, right? Is that... Yeah. All right. So that's what, 8 million a key, 8 point something million a key right there. Let's rebuild. Let's make some changes here. So Rector Draft is in your Clan Boss team. So for her master, or for her blessing, let me look at the whole team and see if that's the same team that I would use. All right, I like those 2. I like this. And I do like Rector Draft in a team like that. She's your only Ascended Epic. So we're going to put her... We're going to bring down the defense of the Clan Boss a little bit. So I would put her in Cruelty. It's only 5%. But you're not really doing Hydra yet for Miracle Heal, and even then, with the champions you have, I think you can just barrel past normal Hydra with some of the changes I'm about to make. So, let me hope this is free. Okay, it is free, so it didn't cost you anything. So that's going to decrease the defense a little bit of the clan boss. And we're going to rework Rector Draft, I think, as well. But I'm going to, there's a lot to do here, but it's what I'm going to do is going to give you an insight a little bit on how to make these changes moving forward. But first thing I want to do is rebuild your Newt and get him better. Now, we still want him with accuracy because you are using him, I assume, in your Fire Knight team. So I'll keep that in mind. But I don't think we need the accuracy chest. He's also defense based, so this attack banner doesn't do anything. This banner is just flat out better for him. So I'm going to equip this banner to get that accuracy up, and then we can take off this accuracy chest and get you a better... Well, let's make sure we have a chest to do the replacement. All right, so first thing I want on Newt, ideally, I would want a defense percent... Well, let's back up a little bit. Do I have crit damage gloves with crit rate, defense percent, including equipped? This right here on your... I think that's Rockbreaker. This is the absolute best piece you could have on your Newt. This one's intriguing. It has all the stats you want with some resistance, but this is a 6-star piece. This is something that I would normally... You said I can use silver, right? I'm just re-verifying that. I know there's a little bit of a delay, so don't fret if you're... I wonder if the delay is a lot higher on I'm not using Rockbreaker yet, so that's fine. Okay. All right. So, I did see your message, by the way, Zoinks. You watch my videos, you got a couple level 60, you don't know where to get the good artifacts. I just made a video about where to level up and do stuff. I would check out that video because it kind of answers your question. It talks about how to progress through the different dungeons if you're focused on your clan boss team and use that same team in Dragon. I don't know why I look this way when I talk to chat. And that will get you your good gear because you can just farm Dragon for good gear as you work your way up. And then from there, you expand into the other areas. Okay. You're a little low on silver outright, and I'm not going to gear wipe. As much as I want to give you... Well, let me upgrade this to 12 before I forget. Oh, such good rolls! Such good rolls! We love seeing that extra crit right there. But I'm just curious if we go in here and we take a look. And remember, we're doing... So, the bottom 3 with primary flat stats, including equipped. If I was to select all... You've got 11 million silver worth of trash. And that didn't even select it all. Because it didn't select stuff that was on champions. So, yeah, no worries, Zoinks. So, let me find that piece of gear again. Crit damage with crit rate. It'll be the one that's leveled. Oh, it was equipped. I was like, where did it go? All right. So, we're going to put this on Newt. Now, what's important to understand When this goes from 12 to 16, Newt's damage will go up. But we can't get any better rolls on the bottom side. So we're happy with where it's at right now. We want it to be 16, but I don't want to break your silver amount, right? So we've got that piece out of the way. So next, we want a defense chest. So primary stat would be defense. We need to have crit rate on it because we want to hit that 100% crit rate. Do we have crit rate mastery? Yes, we do. Crit rate plus 5%. Okay. Master Hexer. Master Hexer is not what you want on him. I don't know what you would want on him in place of Master Hexer. But he doesn't cast a debuff. Yeah, you kind of have to go Master Hexer. Oh, he has Weaken. Duh. I'm sure someone's telling me in chat. I forgot he has Weaken. All right. So your masteries are really on point. Um, I don't like Giant Slayer on him. I know that's how they have him built. I guess that's the proper build for him is Giant Slayer. So okay, I suppose. Now I guess I do like Giant Slayer on him. I forget that his A3 is multi hitter. On HP based champions, I tend to like Flawless Execution, but he does have all those multi hits on 2 abilities. So yeah, Giant Slayer is definitely the way to go. All right, so you're good. You're good on your masteries. Now let's get him a defense based chest. We want crit rate. We'd also want crit damage. We're looking, okay, so we don't have any defense percent chests with crit rate and crit damage. What if we just went crit rate? Well, I do like the little bit of extra accuracy there. So I'm going to take this to 12. I don't mind taking stuff to 12 because it doesn't use that much silver. And there we get some extra crit rate. Now this is where I'm going to use the fitting room because I don't want to start breaking anything. Also want to look at equipped real quick and see. Now this piece would be better, but I assume Ajax is used somewhere, so I don't want to mess with him. I also kind of like the accuracy that you're getting out of this too. Okay. So now for boots, we're going to want to go speed. So primary stat will be speed. Substats crit rate, crit damage. That's really unfortunate, sir. I'm so sorry for your rolls here. Okay, so let's just do crit rate then. A little bit of resist. So it's got defense percent there. I'll probably go for the one that has defense percent with this supersonic gear here. So we'll take that to 12. Man, that one bites. That one bites hard. Just looking to see if any of these other ones... Man, that's like 2 pieces that went into flat stats. 2 really good pieces that went into flat stats. Alright, this one I'd only go to 8 because it's blue. All right, we got a little bit of crit rate on there. I'm going to take these to 8 just to see if they get double crit rate here. All right, so which one gives me more crit rate? And what's he currently have on? Whatever it is, it's not speed boots or it'd be showing up right now. Right, if I take the crit rate part off. Let me bring my chat back up. All right. So yeah, what he has on isn't speed boots. We need him to be in speed boots. We want him taking turns so he gets more attempts at his hard-hitting nuke. So we'll go back to the crit rate part. This one has 9% crit rate. This one has 12. This one is better. So we'll try that on. So now we're at 70% crit rate currently. We'll stop filtering that. We're going to go up here. We're going to get rid of the primary stats. We want crit rate and crit damage gear. We would want defense percent substat. And all right, let's take off the defense percent substat and see if we have any gems. A lot of crit damage there, but we would need a little bit more crit rate. I will be gearing my new Blade Master. He hits like a wax figure. Uh, I just leveled him on my main free to play account, and I'll be gearing him soon. So keep an eye out for that. Unfortunately, I don't have an answer for you at the moment. Crit rate. All right, so these are good pieces. I'm going to try and keep the Immortal set here to give you a little bit of survivability. He can sometimes be squishy. So let's go 12 and hope for some good rolls. I actually like those rolls. Same here. Very good rolls. We definitely want to try this piece on first. So 74%. 83%. All right. So now what we want is a weapon that has as much crit rate as possible. We take away the set filters. And we need 17% crit rate. Do you use your coffin smasher? Okay. I don't think you use Supreme Gallic, so I'm actually going to steal this piece off of him. I'm going to back up a little bit here. Perfect. Too much. Ooh. Well, you're always going to be able to rework your gear after the fact here. What I'm looking for is to try and get a lot of crit damage while not losing too much crit rate. So if I use this piece, right, then you're gaining more, like you need 9 crit rate, so I'd like to see something that had high crit damage but low crit rate. But I want it to be 9 crit rate or like in that realm. So like I think I saw something that was about like a 10 crit rate. I won't mess with your Artec. I know he's used a lot for you. Alright, so what other stats do I want then? So, speed, HP percent. See if I can find something perfect. So, accuracy and speed would be the others. Well, I can't glyph crit rate, so that's not a factor. That shield is really good. We don't want to drop that shield. This helmet is really good. We don't want to drop this helmet. I really want you to have 100% crit rate so you don't have to ever worry about it again. So I think we're going to go over here. And I think we're going to go over with this piece just so I don't have to steal from anybody else. We do go over a pretty large, like, I think we're going to be like 104. Yeah. So 104 with 169% crit damage. So then we come down here and we start looking at rings. So primary stats, we want defense for rings. We want defense with a defense substat. Now let me look at equipped because you do store. Oh, no. Defense with... Okay, so it doesn't exist on your account. So this ring is going to be the best ring that you can have then because you don't have a defense ring with defense substats. So, and neither of these are HP. So this is a good ring for your use case. We'll keep that on. So next, we want a crit damage amulet. What you have on currently is definitely not crit damage. Has a crit damage roll on it, but this is still going to be better. We'll take this to 12. The substats don't matter. None of these can be percent based. And there you go. Now we're up to 180%. And then for the banner, you already have it leveled up. I would do accuracy for the banner. Now, you could do defense, but you're low on accuracy, and I want you to be able to succeed on Fire Knight with this champion. So this is going to get you that success on Fire Knight as well. So, very, very slow. That's because these boots are not leveled up. We'll take these to 12. A little bit faster now. I'm going to equip all this. That's expensive, but we're going to do it. So very hard hitting Newt. What would you do for a Newt? You do what I'm doing right here. You want crit damage gloves, and you want to be. So what you want is 100% crit rate with as much crit damage as you can get. You'd likely want him faster than this particular version, but got to work within the restraints of the account. And then you want defense because he is a defense-based champion. Now, a lot of stuff can change here. We can glyph some stuff, of course. Taking these boots to 16 would be a huge jump. It makes a big leap when you get to 16 boots. If I go to speed boots that are equipped, and then go to 6 stars. Do we have any that are fully leveled up? Yeah, so 45. So that's 15, 16 speed. Oh, what? Like, how do you get a Newt? You gotta summon him. That's the only way, unfortunately. Yeah, he's so good. Okay. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm sure you kind of have a sense of how much damage your Newt did previously, right? So why don't I just take him into Dragon? I don't want to waste a key. But let's take him into Dragon. We'll do Dragon 20. I'll use your existing team here. And see how hard he hits. I don't think I need to heal here, but I guess we'll find out. I'm just saving cooldowns right now to try and get to the next wave. So one issue here, you're not bringing a decreased defense champion, and I'm definitely feeling that as far as the damage output. So with all, you've got 3 damage dealers. You got 3 nukers here with your Artak, your Harima, Rhonda, and Newt. So now Newt is your PvE killer now. That's what I built him to be. He is here to do as much damage in PvE as possible for you. So I would say probably swap out the Harima in the future for probably your Stag Knight in this scenario. And like you've said before, you probably have different... You have a decreased defense champ. You have Stag Knight. Yeah, you already have Stag Knight. I'm trying to save cooldowns again here. It won't normally take this long because the AI won't be as stingy as I am. Oh my god. You have 2 Stag Knights and you're not using them in PvP. I mean, I have Revive, so it doesn't matter if he dies, so I'll be a little greedy here. Alright. So, we're not going to have a full evaluation of how hard he hits because we don't have decreased defense. But, to give you an idea, and there is a chance for weak hit. But, yeah, 131k on a non-weak hit. I know you're using 1. I meant you weren't using him in the arena, is what you said. I definitely could have picked a better affinity for him. Get that HP burn out there. Big hit from Rhonda. Get those counterattacks in. Am I missing something? Why is Artak's HP burn falling off so quickly? It's for 2 turns, and I'm not burning it away. Alright, so this is good timing for us because Newt is going to burn and he's not going to get that ability. We do need to speed up the Newt, though. He is too slow. There you go. See what your Newt can do now? So your Newt did 1 million damage, but he didn't cycle that ability enough times. Let me check his book status as well. Yeah, so we don't have the cooldown reduced, so it's a 5-turn cooldown. That's a lengthy cooldown. It's exacerbated by the fact that we're slow. If there would certainly be a way to probably rework this gear a little bit more. Get him faster. I'd like to see him like around 180 speed or so. To kind of put things in perspective. But now he's hitting at the level that he should be hitting at. And that's a good start. Let's take a look at your Stag Knight. I don't mind accuracy on the chest that much, but it can be a bit of a problem. I'm going to make a rule for you, Kill Switch. And this is just a good rule. And when I say I'm making this a rule, it's because there is a time and a place where attack percent boots works. But you need to have the support structure around the champion to make that work. Meaning champions that make your guys go faster. Right? Your account isn't there yet, so a new rule for you, speed boots only on all your champions that you use, okay? It's a rule that I run on my account, unless they're a champion that I want to go later in the turn rotation, like my Mortu Macabre. He has HP boots, but he's also in stone skin, so he doesn't die. Um, a great rule to start is speed boots on everybody. Um, just flat out rule. Because your champions are really slow and you're taking a lot of unnecessary hits, which is going to cause more problems. So I've got your Newt up and running. He is slow, slower than I would like him to be at 134 speed. Um, Speed tuning does not necessarily mean everyone is in speed boots. Speed tuning is more so referring to um, adjusting the individual speed so that certain champions go before other champions. For example, in Arena, you're going to want Stag Knight to go first before your nuker, which I would say right now, Rhonda is your best nuker. Um, but Sun Wukong could also fill that role if need be. Harima, I think, is a good nuker as well that could fill that role. Um, so there's wiggle room here. Um, so a big problem that you have on your account is flat stat gear on the bottom three, and then not having speed boots. Your team is too slow. To put things in perspective, right? On my free to play account, my Deacon is over 200 speed on that account. You have one of the best champions in the entire game, and he's still behind by 70 speed, right? So, that's your next rule, right? Your next plan. Let's do this because your Rhonda is stacked. And in a fast team, she will do work for you because of this blessing that she has. So these are PvE masteries. I would build this Rhonda with this level of blessing for PvP is what I would do. And you've got a lot of the work done, actually. I wouldn't put her in an accuracy banner, though. And I know that sounds crazy, but I wouldn't do it because I want her to nuke. I know she can land her if she ever uses that ability. That's my plan for your Rhonda. I know I was really focused on Harima. Harima is great, but I don't think you have the gear to do another defense-based crit damage chest. You have one on Rhonda right now. But I don't think you have the gear to support a second. So I've done one defense-based champion. The next I want to do your nuker here and see what we can get out of Rhonda. She's built pretty well. Like, you're getting real close. I saw you had crit damage gloves with crit rate roll. These gloves, top notch. We want an attack percent chest, though. And then we want speed boots. So let's turn on fitting room again. And primary stat. We're going to keep those gloves. Attack percent, substats, crit rate, crit damage, attack percent, and speed. All right, it doesn't exist. Take off the speed. We take off the attack. All right, let's I'm running out of silver here, so a little bit of crit rate there. So now we're up to 86%. Let's find some speed boots with crit rate and crit damage. Doesn't exist, just with crit rate. All right, we'll try this one on here. 95%. Lost a little bit of crit damage, but for the difficulty that you're at, this is good stuff. And that solved your flat stat problem. So now we just need to find a top 3. Let's try and find something that's the best possible piece. Attack percent, crit rate, crit damage, and speed. Doesn't exist. I kind of want to find something that's already leveled, too. Because I don't have a lot of silver to play with. I'm going to take this off of a green. You're never using this green champion. Oh, no. Did you log in, dude? If you log in, it logs me out, pal. Who are you saying stats over sets to? Me? Because I know that. All right, speed. What's it that we went with? Let me go back to the fitting room. I think it was these guys, right? Because I'm just looking for crit rate right now. Primary stats. It was attack percent with crit rate, crit damage. And then we went with this one, right? Yeah, I think it was this one. Although I like this one better. So we're going to go with this one now. All right, so 95% crit rate. So now I go to the top 3. I want crit rate, crit damage, and attack percent. Do I have anything equipped? We would lose crit rate there. So your weapon has a lot of crit rate right now. So let's not go with a weapon here. This is all we need, even not leveled. And that's 250,000 silver. So I can't... Yeah, I know, guys. That's the whole point of this recording, though, is helping people get better, right? Some people just don't know that flat stats aren't good. I've already addressed it with them, so let's not beat up on them too bad because they are in chat. Okay, that's the whole point of this. People got to learn. So, do I have enough silver to equip this? We're still so slow because his boots aren't upgraded. I don't know how much silver we have left. Yeah. Getting low on silver. All right. Kill Switch, are you there? I hope you guys didn't bully him out of the chat. Yo, you're doing a great job farming. Seriously, disregard the chat because they don't know your situation. You know your situation. I know your situation. You're learning these things now. Don't buy into, those guys know what they're doing. And that's the whole point of this video. So anybody attacking in the chat or whatever, don't worry about that. Do I have your permission to sell all of your flat stat bottom 3 gear? So all of this stuff that has flat stats, I will sell it right now and get you 11 million silver. Are we okay with this? I need a yes in chat if you are okay with this. So, real quick story while I wait for a yes from Killswitch. I played Hearthstone, and when I first started playing Hearthstone, sell the flat stats. Okay. Um, I was really, really bad. I didn't understand what made cards good. I didn't understand what made cards bad. Um, and I watched people on Twitch and tried to do what they did, but I was drawing last. I was doing all of the things you shouldn't do in a card game like Hearthstone. And I paid for a coaching session, and somebody put it in my head, and you know, he always, I don't remember exactly what he said. It's been so many years, but it was like draw first, or I think it was something. He had me say something before every single turn. You got to learn a game. Like, it's not natural to everybody. This game took me years to learn, right? So, all right, cool. So we got a whole bunch of silver for you. Now, I don't want to. There's an advanced tactic that can solve that for you in the future, but I want to get your Ronda up and running. You want a arena team, and that's step one here is arena team, because the clan has that requirement of gold 1 coming up. I want you to hit that. Ronda is your best shot. So I'm going to make Ronda a PvP monster. She's going to be slow. It's kind of the nature of your account right now. But to get gold 1, she's going to be able to do that for you. So we're going to get that set up. I like these gloves. We've got crit damage plus a crit damage bonus roll, as well as a double in the crit rate. Cannot complain about that. So we're going to keep that. This weapon has a ton of crit rate, which makes the rest of this much easier. So we're going to keep that as well. So let's go back to, we're going to do a little bit more of an advanced version of it. So I'm going to find your highest crit rate items with crit rate, crit damage, speed, and attack. You don't have any. Including equipped? Well, we don't want those. Okay. What were those boots that I found earlier, though? Because they need to be speed boots. So, oh, that's why they're not showing up. All right, let's just go back to what I was doing, the way I was doing it before. Let's do that part for the upper stages. So for the lower stages, we want attack with crit rate and crit damage. Here it is. So, because there isn't any that have attack percent, right? Yeah, or speed? No. All right. So this piece rocks. I am going to level this up to 16. And we get an extra crit damage in there, so that's good. So we're going to equip this. So now I want to get you speed boots with crit rate and crit damage and attack percent. Oh, that's right. These had the really bad rolls. What did we go with a second ago? Did we go with these guys, I think? Yeah. All right, I'll take the extra HP. That's fine. I need this to be 16 because I need the speed out of the full speed out of the boots. All right, we're at 93% crit rate. We need 7% more crit rate. That's a good shield. The helmet has no crit rate. So we want a helmet with substat crit rate. There we go. Had to refresh that a little bit. We would also want crit damage, attack percent, and speed. No speed, but this is a good piece for it. I'm going to assume you don't use this guy. I also don't like that guy. So we're going to take this to 16. I got to be careful. Actually, no. Do you use Apothecary still? You know what? I'm going to take this off Apothecary anyways. Apothecary, there's better gear you can put on Apothecary. You don't need this on Apothecary. This is better suited for your Rhonda. And it's the exact stats that I need too. So I am going to hijack that. And then we're going to do an attack banner. No, we're not. We're going to keep the accuracy banner. You don't have an attack banner. And if I'm going to have something on her, I'd rather have accuracy than defense or HP. Let me just make sure there aren't any equipped banners. Yeah, no. All right. So the last thing that I'm going to do for Rhonda. Rhonda is now PvP. If you're using her in your clan boss team, you'll find a better solution for her, I promise. All right. Because I'm changing her blessing to Soul Reap. Because you're going to get an extra 25% crit damage. And you have the chance of placing the True Fear if you don't kill somebody. So Rhonda is your PvP champion now. And that's why, because of that blessing, I want that big, powerful version of Soul Reap to make her hit really hard. All right, now, level that up. Sun, you can pull these guys out later, but if I'm logged into your account, you're gaining levels, all right? Not letting that gem investment go to waste. Okay. Sorry, I have to click your red dots. I understand why you're having that urge to log in, too. I'm so sorry. I'm clicking your red dots for you. Here you go. I'm buying you mystery shards because you should get them. All right. All right. Arena, classic arena. This is a team that doesn't have a speed lead. We should win here. I want to keep Sun Wukong for the speed lead. We do not care about that. We do not care about Artak. How fast? 140 speed. What is Rhonda? 147. So she's too fast. Well, how fast was your Venomage? Maybe I do bring him. Oh, he's fast. Yeah, we bring that Venomage. Okay. So we bring Venomage. He's your decreased defender. And then how fast is your... Haikatoon? Alright, I think we bring Haikatoon here. I take it off auto. I'm going to come in here. Mostly, I just want to set up your... I don't care if they... He doesn't have any accuracy, apparently. I'll do the turn meter fill, because I want her to go next. I'll steal their buffs. Let's see how hard your Rhonda can hit. That's so satisfying. So those guys were tanky. And you lit them up. Another tanky squad here. We're going to come in here. Now, this team is very poorly built. First of all, you have no accuracy on... Am I using the wrong ability? Oh, wait. Is it only single target? I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb. I'm just dumb. Ignore me. I'm dumb. We don't need the turn meter. We're already faster than them, so we're going to decrease their turn meter. All right. So we need a couple things to make this team better. You probably would have won that. I'm sorry, I just wasted your key. I still could have won that battle. Venomage ain't it, right? Because Venomage is single target, so it still needs to be this guy. We need an increase attacker, though. Who has an AoE increase attack? Oh, duh. There's a mechanic for that. Buffs. Big version of increase attack. Yeah, okay. I don't know what his speed is, but this is probably a better team here. Increase attack and fill turn meter. Huge. Block their buffs. I need to speed up your Stagnite. Because we need to land that decreased defense. So that's what we're going to do next is, I know he revives. I know that. I don't care about his revives. I don't want this to go beyond one turn. Man, he is fast, too. You have him built really well. I'm sorry. I'm used to my Sun Wukong. He can just kill anybody. So I was like, that guy's just going to die, right? Let's give the increased attack again. And then she'll kill him now. All right. We need to speed up, not by much, just a little bit. So I'm going to put your Stagnite into speed boots. Because I'm willing to bet he's not in them. Yeah. Filter, primary set, speed. Substats, we want accuracy. And then equipped. Because I think you have speed boots with accuracy. Okay, maybe not with accuracy. But I know you have a set of speed boots. Yeah, on this chick. The rolls are shit on this, but I only care about the speed. He's going to be so much faster now that he'll land. And this doesn't reduce his accuracy, which he already has a lot of. So we'll do that. What banner is he wearing? HP banner? I know you have another accuracy banner. I saw it earlier. I'm just going to take it to 12. I just want high accuracy because in PvP, people have a lot of resistance. So this is just extra accuracy for him. We don't really need him to live. And I'll leave the accuracy chest, whatever. It doesn't matter. The whole point of this is to kill the enemy team. So another tanky team. We're gonna come in here. The speed and everything is set. The aura here is better, but if you didn't want to use Sun Wukong, you could use Gorgorab's aura and bring in someone else that's better built. I'm only using Sun Wukong for his aura. Okay. Alright, so we got decreased defense on 2 of them. We do increased attack here. We're going to remove any buffs that they have. And then nuke them. Hey, you just one-shot a UDK, bud. How's that feel? I don't know about you, but if it were me, I'd say that feels pretty nice. I'm not going to use that because he's just going to sheep her, and I don't want to do that. We're all feared up, but yeah, we won this fight, so. And there you go. What has he got in his defense so he does not drop down so quick, if at all? Oh, yeah, good point. Good point. Good point. All right. So this team you might lose to. We'll talk about that in a second. This team you might lose to because they're going to be so much faster than you, and we don't really have the fastest team. Um, Good news is, despite having a speed lead, they're very slow, and we have a turn meter filler, and we have a way to remove their protective buffs. Now, we were unable to land any of the Stagnites stuff there, but we still hit pretty hard. Can't work around the revive. That's fine. We need to kill the reviver. He hits harder than he should, but I think we actually get the kill this time. Hey, we do. Okay. Next, I'm going to take their Kale off the board because I actually think he's the bigger nuker. We survived there. Gorgorab being a reviver will be very handy in case we do have a slight misstep. I want to kill the Artak now because the Venom Agent isn't going to do much here. I want the turn meter. Oh, I misjudged that. That was my bad. I could have killed the Artak there. So that one's on me. So you're still going to have some trouble with speed teams. But as you can see, there's only 2 speed lead teams that are in this whole list that you have right now. Let's look at your defense. Given the rework of Rhonda, your defense is better, but I think this is a fine defense. I mean, you're gonna lose a lot, but you're really only losing to teams that know what they're doing. I mean, Arbiters, Mortu Macabres. You can eventually build a good Go Second team, but you're gonna need to do better on Hydra. So like here's another tanky team. This is your team. Straight up, this is the team. You rework these guys to get them in a reasonable pattern. What you want is Gorgorob first into Stagnite decreased defense into Rhonda nuke with Sun Wukong being your follow-up nuke if you don't have enough damage from Rhonda to kill them. Your only issue with Rhonda right now is that she doesn't ignore any defense. She hits like a truck, but she doesn't have any ignore defense in her kit by default. And all of your ignore defense gear, you don't really have any good ignore defense gear because you've been using flat stat stuff and like percent-based boots that don't necessarily apply. There is a use case for those down the line, but that's where you have a lot of turn meter boosting. So your Rhonda can wear attack percent boosts, but you need to have like Arbiter, Gorgorab, and High Katoon really fast, and they make it so Rhonda goes first. And she hits way harder with those attack percent boots, but you're not there yet. Let's focus on this one team right now. So this is a speed team. Ideally, I mean, honestly, this is just you have really good champions. This is a really good team. It can be better. First of all, what is Stagnites? I feel like he's not booked. He is booked. 70, 80, 90. Is it really a 95% chance? Do you have a sniper? Okay. So, is it based on a hit? I bet you. Attacks all enemies, yeah. Okay, who other decreased defense champions do we have? Let's take a look. Your best option is Razin. Don't overthink this and go build your Razin right away. In the future, Razin will be better because he has decreased defense and weaken on the same ability. Yeah. Okay, so Stagnite is the best option right now for an AoE decreased defense. Absolutely your best option. Necmo doesn't bring decreased defense. Because these are all the champions that bring decreased defense on your team. Your best one is absolutely Stagnite. And that's why we're going to go with Stagnite. So, increase attack and speed boost from Gorgorab. Great champion. Stagnite, decrease defense, and decrease attack, but really, I want the decreased defense. And then we have a speed boost, a speed aura from Sun Wukong. But you don't have to use Sun Wukong. You could use someone else in that. You know what we could do? And it sounds crazy, but it might just work. So decrease defense, 3 out of 4 hit. We boost our speed. Oh, he's too slow. Okay. I was thinking he could bring the weaken. Because he does. Like, here's the weaken, right? That A1 hits so freaking hard from Stagnite. He has Newt. He already has an efficient dragon team. It sounds mean, but it's so true. But there you go. Like, I just want to point out, you know, like, you've just won 4 out of 5 battles, right? So 80% is you're an 80% win rate now. And like, this is a +1 Ronda, right? That's scary, right? Let's go back to Sun Wukong's speed lead. And you could even do, I'm not going to recommend it, but if you did do the, because Sun Wukong is such a great nuker, and he has built-in decreased defense too, which is going to help for your current gear situation. I just want him for the speed lead right now, but if you built him better, he could be a second hitter for you. And do a lot of damage. Like, he's my primary nuker on my free-to-play account. I don't know, do you watch a lot of my stuff? That's so nuts. She's so good. Like, we're going to remove all these buffs. And then just kill them. Let's try this now. Let's put it on auto. That lockdown really hurt us there. Good revive. If Rhonda can get her ability off. Here we go. Big hit. Oh, is it still on fucking cooldown? Are you kidding me? There we go. Let's take this out. Ah, shit. Are you shaming him because he missed some episodes? Nah, don't feel guilty about missing any episodes. I just wanted to mention it because of my arena team. So, while I have your attention, right? No. Don't worry about that. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hide the screen because I don't want your information leaked, right? I'm gonna log out of your account, okay? Because I've done what I've come here to do. I've got you started, right? We just need to mix it up a little bit. But now I'm gonna go to my free to play account. All right. I don't want those battles, and neither should you. So the reality is that as strong as your Rhonda is, she could be stronger, and I'm about to show you how she could be stronger. Um, and that's by getting on my free to play account. I'm just waiting for it to load right now because for whatever reason, Plarium Play is being extra slow right now. But once it's done loading, I will be able to show you my team. And remember that how I don't, my account is very new. I don't have a lot of legendaries. Um, and I'll kind of show you what the concept that I want you to get to by implementing the tools that I've given you, which is like speed, right? Uh, Now I have an advantage because I have Deacon, but what I'm getting at a Deacon, you're getting at a Gorgorab. It's just uh slightly less effective. Um, so I'm on my free to play account now. So I go to Arena, and this is a tanky team, very similar to the team that I just went up against. I actually think this team has beat me, and they're pretty fast. I'm going to take it off auto. No worries, man. No worries. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to slow it down. All right, so I'm still faster than them. So what I do here, so what Deacon does, he fills my turn meter by 15%. That's what your Gorgorab does, right? And then he also gives me increased attack. For me, I'm stealing their turn meter and filling mine by 15%. So it's a big turn meter swing. So I open with that. And then I get an extra turn. And then now he does my decreased defense. Right? So I have decreased defense on 4 out of all 4 of them. Part of that's luck of the draw, right? We have the champion to do that. Your accuracy is high enough. You should have the same results. Now I have Ursula, who gives me my increased attack. That's what your Gorgorab does as well. Gorgorab gives you an increased attack. Now, unfortunately, we're locked out of our abilities here, which means I probably lose this fight. It sucks. Unlucky, just the way that this particular fight went. I'm going to try to take the Magnar down. You'll see I almost one-shot his Magnar. I might be able to get him here. So hopefully I can live. Big hit out of that guy. The taunt sucks. Sun Wukong comes back, so we're not out of this yet, as long as my guys can stay alive. Alright, Sun Wukong is back. And he has full turn meter, so here we go. Big hit. Not big enough. This should do a decent amount of damage here. And there we go. So my Sun Wukong hits hard. Now this is gold 3, right? This is a much higher difficulty than you're currently at. Sun Wukong did 165,000 damage. Now I want to go over his kit. He has built-in decreased or ignore defense, right? So that was an important part of his damage output there. He does have a built-in ignore defense mechanic in that second ability, right? But if we look at the stats, he probably has more attack than your Rhonda did. Because he gets the no, he's in an accuracy banner, yeah. I know he has more crit damage because of these really good pieces of kill stroke that he got. That's just the way it goes, right? Now I have crit rate here, attack percent. We've got crit damage gauntlets, right? A really good attack ring with attack percent substat. So we have good gear on him, right? But if we look at his stats, 230%. I think your Ronda was at like 190% ish. And you know what? I didn't even rework her masteries. I don't know what her masteries were, but if we look at the masteries for Sun Wukong, you'll see I have Helm Smasher. So I have a 50% chance of ignoring an additional 25%. So we're already reducing it by 50% with the decreased defense. Then he has built-in ignore defense. And then his gear, he has no ignore defense gear, but you can see how hard he slaps. And again, in this case, we've got speed boots, right? So that is my rule. Let's just real quick. I'm gonna do this. So we're gonna do a gear. We're gonna do filter, and I'm gonna do boots. Primary speed boots, equipped. Look at every single champion is in speed boots. Every single one of them. There are scenarios where you don't use speed boots, but it's huge to early game speed boots. Until you're able to get to a point where you don't need those, that's what you want to do. For you, you have all of the tools in that team that I built for you. You have Sun Wukong as a speed lead. He's getting you... Go back to the arena here. I'm going to refresh and get some better tanky teams here. This is a good one. So Sun Wukong is getting you a 28% speed boost right out the gate. Now, he's my nuker. So in your case, you have a speed boost and then Ronda nuker. In my case, I have a speed boost and he's also my nuker. So then I have Deacon, who goes first. Now, Deacon is very, very fast for this early of an account. 216 speed. I want to point out all of his other stats I'm not that worried about. I want him fast and accurate. So he's in an accuracy banner. You'll see he is in 4 pieces of perception gear and then 2 pieces of speed gear. HP percentage on the chest, defense percentage on the boots, and then speed on the boots. Speed on almost every piece as a substat for him. What champion would you want to build like this? You would want your Gore Grab and your Stag Knight to be built like this. Fast and accurate. Those are the builds that you're going to want on those 2 guys. I agree with you 100%, Terry. Terry in the chat, I'm going to drag this over real quick. Terry said, I blame Plarium for bad teaching with their starter challenges and missions. 100%. I just had to go through a quest where I had to put attack percentage on all bottom 3 rows of a champion. Garbage. Okay, anyways, I digress. So that's what he does. Now, for my Ursula, she's my increase attacker. You get your speed and your increase attack from your Gorgorab, so you don't need a second champion to do it. Ursula is just here to give me increase attack. That's all I want from her. And then that then goes into my 2 nukers. So Kale is my nuker number 1 or number 2. But my biggest nuker is my Sun Wukong, and that's because he has built-in ignore defense and buff removal. And he's in Soul Reap. Now, you saw what Soul Reap could do and how it stole a fight, right? You had people near dead, and then they all got chopped, right? It's awesome. And you're also getting 25% extra crit damage because of that blessing. Sun Wukong isn't even getting that. Sun Wukong's only getting an extra 500 attack. You're getting that 500 attack. You're getting 1,000 HP, 25% crit damage, and you have a chance to true fear anybody if they don't die from the chop. So let's fight this team here. I'm going to start it on auto. A couple of other things that you can do. In the team setup, you want to make sure that you're setting it up to use those abilities. So Deacon goes first. I want him to always do the turn meter advantage, followed by the decreased defense. I always want Ursula to start with her increase attack. And then I want Sun Wukong to do his nukes in that order because I want the buff removal first. And then Kale will finish anyone off. I don't need to tell him to do it, but I should. First choice that, second choice disintegrate. And there you go. So now that team is built, and then I come in, I say, go, do your thing, and let's see how we do against this pretty tough team here. Only 3 out of the 4 decreased defenses. The only person that lived didn't have the decreased defense, but it's a reviver, and we kill him. And there you go. So that's what you're looking to do with your team. So if it were me, I would build up that Sun Wukong to be stronger. Using all the tools that I gave you. Speed boots, attack percent chest with crit rate and crit damage. If you can do it, crit damage boots or crit damage gloves. But I think I've used a lot of your crit damage gear on those 2 champions that I reworked. So you may just want to go crit rate gloves for the time being. And then in the top 3, you're looking for attack percent, crit rate, and crit damage. So to make those 4 better, get speed boots and gear them with crit damage and accuracy. No, sir. Rhonda is your damage dealer. Rhonda, you want crit rate and crit damage. You don't care about the damage from Stag Knight. You don't care about the damage from Gorgorab. You want them to make Rhonda better. So you want accuracy and speed on them. For Sun Wukong, you want him to be 100% crit rate with as much crit damage as you can and as much attack as you can. For those extra hits, right? But for Gorgorab, and so to reiterate, like Ursula and Deacon have nothing. So Ursula is in HP percent gloves, and Deacon is in defense percent gloves. If I look at their overall stats, he's got a middling 25% crit rate, and she has a 20% crit rate. Have a good night. So, that's what you're looking for. As far as Newt goes, we've got him built good now. I do kind of want to show you what Newt can do. So let's... I don't use him in Clan Boss. I'm going to go over to my main account, and I'm going to show you Newt. Happy to help, man. That's the whole point. The whole point of this. My favorite thing to do is to help people. Truly, it really, truly is. That's what I want this account to be about. It's what I want this YouTube channel to be about. I wish I had more... That sounds bad. I was going to say, I wish I had more... I wish I made more money from this so that I could do it full time, but... we'll get there, right? We just got to build up the channel, right? So, I'm logging over to my main account now, and once I get on that account, I'll show you what Newt is capable of, and we'll look at my Newt build to give you an idea. The biggest issue with your Newt right now is the lack of speed. And you're going to want him fast. And by the way, once you rebuild all these characters, you're going to have an amazing Hydra team. You're going to have your Clan Boss team is going to be better. Your Newt is going to hit so much harder in your Clan Boss team than he was previously hitting. You turn this back on. Oh, hey, look. Get some freebies. Okay. I gotta click my dots, guys. I'm sorry. Just be patient. I'm almost done with my dots. I also realized I gotta level up a piece of gear. Let's just find something. Let's find something with speed boots, right? We've been talking about speed boots a bunch. Here we go. This isn't a half bad piece. I'll do a quick Hydra run for you guys. But we're gonna do more videos with you, pal. Kill switch. I'm gonna do more videos with you, to get you some Hydra work in. But right now, I want to show you. So we're gonna do. I'm on Dragon's Lair hard. I'll do an affinity that's good for Newt. Oh, I use Acrisia now instead of Newt. I forgot. We're gonna do Fire Knight's Castle because I know Newt is in this. There's another thing you can do when you farm your gear to get your, and I'll show you that as soon as we're done Fire Knight here. So that you'll never see flat stat shit again. Bear with me, this is not a fast run. I wish there was a way to speed up past the waves, you know? We're really just waiting for Seer's cooldown to come back up because it's so strong. Yeah, auto sell. That's what I was going to tell you to do. But I'm going to tell you how to set it. I'll show you how to set it up so that you don't accidentally sell good stuff. Because it's not really well built the way that they have it set up. Alright, come on, Seer. Let's go. Do your business, please. Ugh. I don't have a good enough companion for Seer here. Alright. So I have them all told to use their A1s right away, except for Valkyrie. So we're not going to see his big damage ramp up here just yet. So his first hit won't land, but then the second two each did 300,000 and chunked him down for a good, what, 15% of his HP? Yeah, you can log in, pal. I'm gonna delete. I'm not using your account anymore. All right, we'll get a big hit from Newt here in a second. Right now, he's just turn meter controlling. Alright, so his next rotation will be his big nuke. And you'll get to see how much he does. So 300,000 damage 3 times. So almost 1 million damage all up front. Now remember, that's proportional, right? So he'll do less damage against your basic Fire Knight. Because that Fire Knight doesn't have as much HP. The higher HP you go, technically the more damage Newt will do per hit. Same thing with Clan Boss. He'll hit Clan Boss much harder because that Clan Boss has way more HP than the dungeon bosses. But I've never used Newt in Clan Boss. Here's one thing I'll say about Newt in Clan Boss. It's fine in a killable team. If you're going to use him in an unkillable team... What a piece, bro! What a piece! Defense-based nuker just got leveled up. What a great piece. I'm going to sell it, right? No, I'm just kidding. Keep it. That's a huge piece. Okay. The one thing I'll say is you don't have an unkillable team. I looked through your roster, but if you ever were to get to a point where you had an unkillable team, Newt as your damage dealer, there's some drawbacks there because you're going to have to run them at a specific speed. So, for example, my DPS on my account for my clan boss team is Farrakhan, and he's very slow. He's only 170 speed. That's the most that I can have him at, right? And so it's important to understand that I don't want my Newt at that speed because I use Newt in other areas of the game. So my Newt is actually 244 speed, right? And I use him in Hydra. I'll show you guys real quick my Hydra hard team that uses Newt as the damage dealer. I have to remember who's in it. I'm not going to save this, but I got to remember who's in it. I don't know if I'm going to have enough time to remember who's in it. I can't remember who my taunter is on that one. I know it's Mishinaki. I know it's Newt. Oh, yeah, it's UDK. And I know we bring my weak version of Shamil, which you don't have, but it doesn't change the concept here. Python, I believe. And then I think it's Sun Wukong. Because they don't have any other block buffs champion. Because Ugo's in my main team. I think this is the team that I go with. It's easier for me to remember once all my champions that I normally use are gone. So I'll show you this team because it's kind of different than the others. So right out the gate, go for the big hits. You'll see Newt is going to do 200 per hit. Let's get decreased defense out there. Yeah, I think I bring a burner instead. Alright. Just for the sake of time, I know my brutal team, so I'm going to use my brutal team. There's none of these guys. So my brutal team is Mithrala, Krizia, my best Shamil, Ugo, Molly, and Lady Kimmy. And Lady Kimmy's in the lead. Okay. I want Molly to be second. Ugo. Okay. I did pull a snick track, yeah. Alright, so we come out with block buffs right away. Lower the speed of them. I haven't built them yet. And then we taunt this head. Now, it's only a one-turn taunt. Alright. You're probably not going to have a taunt champion that's capable of taunting the head. You could use something even as simple as a Templar. But it's less likely that you're going to have one as consistent and effective as Molly Tankard is at it. So it's a little bit harder to do in that scenario. On my free-to-play account, I just keep doing my first turn until my ultimate Death Knight lands a taunt. If you bring a weak, like, one-turn taunter, you can do that and taunt the head for the first turn. The main thing that you want block buffs up before this head goes, and he puts a shield on all of the heads. Fuck, yeah, provoke. I'm so sorry. Thank you. I'm really bad at that. World of Warcraft has ruined my brain. Thank you so much for that correction. Provoke. Okay. I really want to get rid of the Head of Mischief here, so we're gonna burn him down. Now, obviously, you don't have an Icrizia. She's basically like a better Newt. So you'll see he has the shield, right? So I can only weak hit him now. Now, the only way to avoid that is an HP burn. This team doesn't bring that. You either need to bring a block buffs for that shield that just went out. You'll see it's not on any of the guys that have block buffs, right? Block buffs. And then, if you don't have that, then you bring in an AoE HP burner, but they cannot have their burn based on a hit. So that's the flaw with Artak, is that if that shield goes out and Artak uses his HP burn, it doesn't land because it's predicated on the hit, and he would weak hit everybody and it won't land. So that's something to remember. That's why I prefer the block buffs route, because it just eliminates the mechanic altogether. You don't have to worry about weak hit versus not weak hit or anything like that. I'm going to attack this head while I have Hex. You want a Hex champion. They're not as common, but when you do get Hex champions, that allows you to hit this head right here. Otherwise, you won't be able to hit it, and that will cause you problems. But remember, for the beginning stages and the minimum damage you need is like 1.6 million. Like, you can do that easily. I have Ugo and Relentless, so she got an extra turn there. There is also, there's Provoke gear and Cursed gear. Now, I have the champions for it, so that gear is less valuable to me, but if you need it, that does fill that role. I need my Molly to go faster. Without the Fear Head, I'm not able to get more Provokes off. Hey, I remembered. I'm going to cleanse this off. Big hits. I'm going to save this. I don't need to reapply it right now, and I'm about to lose all my buffs. Because Molly's turn isn't... She's not going to have her turn meter back yet. See? Lost all my buffs. Another reason Molly is such a good provoker is because Molly is not based on a hit. So she just places it. And that's what makes her really solid, because she can place it even when they have the shield up. I should have done another block debuffs because I forgot about the Head of Mischief there. Ah! That was a waste. I can't. See? Weak hit. See, guys? She's Void Affinity. She shouldn't weak hit. She does there for all the reasons that I've already talked about. We get Hex back out there. Molly should have a turn here if she survives. This is kind of an unlucky start. I'm going to do a mini cleanse and a heal. I need... Oh, thank you. Thank you. Alright. Well, I'm going to save the taunt now because it doesn't matter. We can start hitting this head now. I'm not saving this run or anything, so don't worry. It is not going well for me, but... Usually the beginning is kind of the hardest part, but once you get into a rhythm and you gain control of the fight, you're good. I just don't have control right now. Big hits from Molly. Let's do this. We have that reflect damage out there. We got to be careful. That's fine. I happen to have a revive, and Molly doesn't need to attack. Hey, there goes the reflect damage. Okay, we're back in control of the fight now. So, we're not close to that being cast, right? So I'm gonna go slow here. I'm gonna slow them and decrease their accuracy. No hex, so I'm not gonna attack that, but I have to kill that shield, or he's gonna heal to full. I'm gonna target him in the meantime. We're going to do a whole bunch of Shamil hits here. Obviously, Shamil is a big factor, right? If you don't have Shamil, it makes it a lot harder. But there are ways to work around it. Rector Draft is a great solution for the Fearhead, which is currently not out there and a non-issue at the moment. All right. Big hits. This is the head that I want to kill, but I can't target it right now because it does not have Hex on it. So it would force me to attack something else. Alright, Molly can taunt, but we're 2 turns away from any of his abilities, so we're not going to use a taunt. We're going to do some damage. By the way, Molly can hit hard. I do not have her built for damage because I don't have that luxury. I just don't have the gear for it. But if you can build Molly to hit hard and have the accuracy requirement, it's really, really good. Removed the buff. I'm going to place out block buffs and decrease defense. We're going to do a mini cleanse and a heal now. And we will taunt. And we get the 2-turn provoke. We're going to provoke. We're going to provoke. And we get the 2-turn provoke. That's what I love about Molly. It's a 50% chance, I think, but really, really good. And then we come in with the big hits. Alright, we're going to finally get this head down. Going to go put a shield up and cleanse. We're close on this guy, but I'm ready to just focus this down. Again, we're doing block buffs and decreased defense. That's where Relentless Gear is so good, because you can keep those buffs up, especially with short cooldowns and fast characters like we've got here. You'll see all this little 400 damage going out right there, right? That's Hex. That's how good Hex is. We will finally be able to finish off the steel head. And now we do big hits against that head. Put slow on them and decrease accuracy. We're going to focus on the head that ups our damage amount now. Molly doesn't have her provoke up yet. Maybe we get a leech here. No leech, but good damage. Getting a little dangerous there, so we're going to need to get a cleanse here. That's okay. We have a reviver, and we can do it too. Really, the only thing that ruins this team is if Molly dies. Once Molly dies, I'm kind of SOL. So we'll revive here. We blocked most of those buffs. It still landed there, right? We're going to put a shield out because we're really low. Glad we did. He hits quite hard. Got a leech on him. That's nice. That's going to heal some people up. I'm just going to do damage here. We're just going to get some damage in. Up my numbers. Unfortunately, we get that head back. That's less than ideal. We don't like that. We cannot target that head anymore. This one is weak hits only. So we're going to kill the poison head here. Slow. I'm going to go for the heal here because we are too low. She's my only healer in this build. That's why I really want Nergigante Archer, because she would make this team so much better. She would bring my Provoke, she would bring my Hex, she would bring my heals. Brings everything that I need. We're going to go ahead and taunt here. We got the 2-turn Provoke. We're good to go there. I'm going to do this just to speed up my team. That's the only reason I do that there. We get to break ahead. We take a hit, but I think we're okay. I do need to get a shield out, or I can kill him. I'm not going to hit him with Molly, because I don't think Molly will kill him. I need a Crizia to get up here. Oh, never mind. Shield does it. So even if... Crizia is going to kill him, but even if he did pop... see, my shield is up when he pops, so I survive. That's what I always look for when I pop him, is to make sure my shield is up. Still going to hit the one that has decreased defense to try and optimize my damage here. And that's pretty much it. I'm kind of in control now. We've stabilized. Most of my health is back up. We're still pretty low on HP on Lady Kimmy here, but... yeah, it does if you want to manual it, but honestly, you get to a point where you can just have your champions built in such a way that you send them in and on auto. I'm going to go for the heal, just to keep everyone from being low. Like I said, the early part is the hardest until you gain control. Now that I have control, there's really nothing that they can do to me at this point other than eat my champions. And that's what will eventually run this out. Eventually, it'll get to the point where I cannot stop them from eating my champions anymore. Now, I only got the 1-turn Provoke, and we don't get the Fear Head, so we're kind of in trouble. There's the champion eat. Luckily, they didn't eat my Acrizia, and I have Hex up. So I'm just going to get that champion back because Acrizia things. Gonna get the shield up here. Actually, I'm going to save the cleanse. Yeah, most people aren't close to being able to auto. That's the downside. Now, previously... all I needed to get was 40 million on this difficulty, but because I want us to win Hydra Clash, I try to get as high of a score as I can, which is why I use these champions. We're in a little bit of danger now. Once that head comes back out, you need to be alert. We want to stop their shield from landing, and we don't. The only champion, we have 2 champions that can stop it, but one of them's conditional. So the best champion to stop that shield from landing is Ugo. Thankfully, her cooldowns are up, so we get them out there. The shield cannot happen on a decapitated head, so we don't have to worry about that. I used my shield and cleanse to get rid of the no healing buff there. We'll hit the one that gives us more damage. You'll see, yeah, she hit for 50k there. Like, she hits pretty hard. It would have done even more if that was under an HP burn. Obviously, she's not doing a Crizia damage, right? But, I mean, nobody does a Crizia level damage, so... grain of salt there. I'm going to heal here, just to try and top up that Lady Kimmy. I really wanted to get her back into the safe zone of HP. And you see how much damage we do. He doesn't do percent-based damage. That Shamil doesn't do HP percent-based damage. He just... that head just takes a ton of damage right now. So, because of the taunt situation, we need to kill this head, and we need to kill it fast. Because I do not have another taunt, and they're going to... alright, well, we're done. We're not done, but we can't kill him any longer, so we just accept the fact that my buffs are all going to get removed. There is no way for me to stop it any longer, so we just have to suffer. And that's where we get to a point where we start to lose control, right? It is getting late, but I'll show you guys one last thing. I've shown this a couple of times. I'm going to turn off display capture. Free regroup. Exit, 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 exit. I'm going to go on my free-to-play account. I'm also going to delete your account, Killswitch. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Manage, remove account. Okay. All right, so now I go to the free-to-play account, get logged in. It'll take a second here. But I want to show you my strategy for the free-to-play account because that's one that you guys can use a little more viably. It's like a little more viable for you guys. I know a lot of you guys are probably tired just like me and want to get to bed. I'm gonna log off as soon as I show you this, guys. But I kind of cheese it. And it's a secret that I think will help you guys better do the early stages. Show the filter? Oh, I need to show you that too. Yeah. That's quick and easy. We'll do that right now. All right, so battle, dungeons, go to dragon, right? Just pick a stage. You do multi-battle. You come in here to select filters. I don't want any 3-star gear, so I don't check those. Remember, choose the gear that you want to keep. So the sets that you want to keep, checkbox. When you come down here to the gloves, the chest, and the boots, no flat stats. No flat stats. No flat stats except for speed. In this case, I have accuracy and resistance on. If you want those pieces, I honestly don't, but on the free-to-play, I do. Don't touch sub-stats. The reason that I say this is because the way that their built-in gear selector works, if you uncheck flat defense, any piece of gear with flat defense substat is gone. You could get crit damage gauntlets with crit rate substat, attack percent substat, speed, and then a flat defense, a legendary item, and it'll sell it because it has flat defense. So that's what I wanted to warn you about. Don't mess with substats. Just primary stats for these three. Doesn't matter for these. It can only be one primary stat. But for these three, no flat stats. Hope that makes sense. All right, now let's talk about my Hydra hack, I guess you could say. So normal, all you need is 1.67 million, okay? So Ultimate Death Knight, Sun Wukong, I forgot, I have to use him as my lead. Ursula, Geomancer, and am I using Venomage now? I think I think Kale was better. Use Kale. Yeah, if you manually look at all the pieces, that works too. It's just, for me, I run my dungeons overnight. Oh, let me show you what I'm going to show you guys my spider after this. Oh, it's on the main account. Screw it. That doesn't matter. But that really shows, I should have done that to showcase my Newt's damage. Okay. Turn off auto. So, a couple of things. Deacon, in this thing, Deacon has to go speed first. And then the decreased defense. And that's because I need my UDK to go before anybody else. And he has to land his taunt. Didn't happen. Alright? Free regroup. I think you guys can see where this is going now. Give myself the turn meter. Land the decreased defense. Taunt. Didn't happen. Free regroup. Now, is this annoying? Yes. But if I don't do this, I don't do enough damage. We got the taunt, right? Decrease attack, increase attack on my team. Now, I can block buffs and stop that stupid shield from coming out. And that's why we did that. That's why I need that taunt to land, because you saw this head went first. Instead of attacking right there and hitting my ultimate Death Knight, he would have cleansed all of my buffs, and then this shield puts that puts the shield out. So, my next trick works around Geomancer. Now I'm not going to be able to taunt him again. So, I didn't even land the friggin' HP burn, so I guess it doesn't matter. I have one other trick that I'll show you guys. We're going to do a bunch of damage here. I needed to land that HP burn. It sucks that I didn't. Yep, so there go all my buffs. But the poison head won't put stuff back up, so now I can just all those buffs just get put back on. Not all of them, obviously. You saw that not all of them landed, but yeah, like Sun Wukong is built for arena, right? Deacon is built for everywhere. Geomancer is built for PvE, because that's what he is, right? Ursula's built for PvP, honestly, just as an increased attacker. Kale is built for damage, and my ultimate Death Knight is just built to be an ultimate Death Knight. I mean, there's no other way of saying that. But you'll see I'm already at 800,000 damage, right? I'm going to do the one that I can do the most damage to, right? He puts Life Barrier out. So we took a big hit there. That was my trick. And I won't be able to really show you guys. But what I do is, because of Geomancer's abilities and the way that he works, you can take advantage of this head. Obviously, you have to have a Geomancer for this. I'm going to steal these buffs. Or remove them, rather. Her stuff being on cooldown is really not good for me right now. Block buffs. Shield. Okay. So I put this out there. I landed the burn this time, right? So now I'm going to hit this head. When you hit this head 15 times, he does a big, giant attack on your whole team. I don't know if I have enough time to get to 15 hits on him. I'm just going to show you the mechanic. I'm not going to keep... Actually, I'll probably keep this result anyways. Alright, I didn't have enough time. When he blows up and you have your... because of the passive on Geomancer, all that damage gets reflected. Not all of it, but 30% of it. And you can like kill a head off that. Not in one shot, but a couple of times you can kill a head. Um, Either way, because of how tedious it is for me to land my taunt, I'm going to keep this result. Team dies. I'll get Sun Wukong back at least. So we'll try to keep UDK alive a little bit longer and just let Sun Wukong do Sun Wukong things. But you'll see those poison clouds are out now. So he only can hit one person with a non-weak hit. So Sun Wukong things. All right, I'll keep that result. 2 million damage is solid. So all I wanted was that novice chest, and I got it, right? Why do I care? I have a chance to get Mithrala fragments. If we kill this boss, most of you are my clan members watching right now. If we kill this boss, we have a chance to get 4 Mithrala fragments. Well, how many fragments do I have so far on the free-to-play? 37. I mean, I'm getting close to halfway, right? 4 more, if I'm lucky, right? 4 more will put me at 41. So we're getting pretty close to getting Mithrala. And you already saw what Mithrala could do on my main team because she brings Hex, she brings Cleanse with a big shield. She has really high resistance built into her kit. So for a free-to-play account, huge. Going to unlock a big chunk. So if you can squeeze in that 1 million damage, even if you got to cheese it, good for your account. I'm going to call that a stream and a video. That was a lot of fun. Really, really, really a lot of fun. I'm happy to take over accounts. I hope you learned a lot, Kill Switch. I hope those of you that are watching the recording of this learn a lot about kind of building champions and staying away from that flat stat gear and understanding how important speed is. Let's do a quick kind of comparison, right? We did Dragon on Kill Switch's account, and we saw kind of how long that took. Now, obviously, different champions. It's not apples to apples. But if we come in here with a speed bait, I'm not going to bother. I'm going to go to bed. Yeah, I'll definitely do more accounts. I gotta. So, if you're in the clan, I'll do them for free. But on my account, I actually require people, or on my stream, I require people to be members for this. And that's just so people will become members. I mean, honestly, like, you know, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Like, I don't want to argue like the merits of that, but you know, I kind of want to grow that membership part of the thing. Do I have an empty clan spot right now? Let's take a look. He's usually very active, so and he with gold 4, good job. No, everybody's very active right now. I do have a gold requirement coming up, and some people are struggling there, so so there may be an opening soon, Boarhead. Oh, hey, let's use my brutal key while I'm awake. Trust me, we've got pretty big turnover in the clan, so spots will open up. Sorry, I'm like staring at this, trying to make sure this is what I wanted to do. Congrats on the gold 5. Man, 27 million. What a key. Really solid key there. Um so I believe February 1st I gave a requirement to hit gold 1. Um Killswitch is working on it, so that's all I ask. As long as people are in my Discord trying to get better. Um but I think he's newer and hasn't hit that gold 1 marker yet. And Jarslim's getting close. Jarslim's a huge improvement on their account. Really huge improvement. This is another newbie that hasn't quite gotten there. So, um, Chief Justice is in the Discord, so I think I'll keep him. But or no, it's Zyron Balls, not Chief. Is yeah. Mm. I'll do some looking into Boarhead, but yeah, keep an eye out. Expect somebody to come down soon. Because I don't think Chief Justice is in the Discord, and that's a requirement. Is joining my Discord. Nope. Yeah, they're in the Discord. They're not in the roll call, but they're in the Discord. Yeah, right now everybody in here is active and in the Discord. So, I take that back. There may not be any openings anytime soon. Maybe Arturo actually. I don't know when I recruited them. They're not in the Discord. Let's see what kind of clan boss. What kind of clan boss damage do you do, Boarhead? Bruh. Either a bot account or been doing it since Ninja. Alright, go ahead and apply. While I'm still online, I'll accept it, and then I'm gonna go to bed because I'm exhausted and I gotta wake up. If I see Ninja on an account and they can only do hard, I'm not interested. I was gonna be real catty and be like, yeah, by all means, take your time. I'm not exhausted or anything. Like so unnecessarily rude. But it just popped into my head. You're welcome, man. You've been asking me a bunch, and the problem is it never syncs up. I'll promote the clan, and then like I'll stream 3 days later, and you'll be like, "Hey, can I join?" And it's like, "Well, shoot, I just recruited like 4 people." I'm still recording. All of this is in the recording. I'm not even taking it out. I ain't. I'm gonna leave it. Arturo's gonna be like, "Why did I get? What happened?" He's gonna go watch this video and be like, what an a hole! I can't believe he did that to me." Yeah, but yeah, if you have ninja, I mean, you should be just destroying clan boss. I'm gonna stop recording though. Hey everybody, thank you for watching. I am gonna stop recording now finally. So sorry for the long one, especially the rambling on at the end. I forgot that I was recording, and so I didn't stop it. I don't feel like editing this because I'm exhausted. I probably won't even upload this tomorrow. Actually, I'll probably upload this tomorrow and edit it. So if you didn't see a whole bunch of rambling before this goodbye message, then I edited it. Yay. If you did see it all, I'm lazy. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, I'm not recording anymore. I'm 100% going to have to edit that because I really don't want people to hear me talking about memberships and also giving away free uh account takeovers for clan members, but um because I want to help our clan. I want to get our clan stronger, and the best way to do that is for account takeovers. But at the same time, I really do want to try to make a living out of being a streamer, if at all possible. And right now, the only way I can make money is with memberships. I don't get ad revenue at all. And you want to know how much I've made off of memberships? $2.39. You can tell I'm getting tired because my filter is going completely out the window. All right, welcome, Boarhead. Glad to have you, pal. Uh, Discord information is in the description here. Please join my Discord, and then you'll see there's a roll call channel. Just go into that roll call channel and post your raid name, and that way when the next time I go through and I scour to see who has joined the Discord, like Arturo didn't join the Discord, and that's why he got booted. That'll prevent you from getting booted in the future, but I'm pretty sure I'll remember you. Membership is $5. It's the same as a Twitch subscription. I'm basically just taking my whole plan from Twitch and I brought it over to YouTube. So any memberships will just be the same as a Twitch subscription. You just do it through YouTube instead of Jeff Bezos. So. But I am exhausted. Thank you so much for all of your support, guys. Thank you for watching. Thank you for chatting with me. I love live streaming this game. It's so much fun to chat with you guys and have fun, especially answering questions and getting more feedback and stuff. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I will see you guys in the next one.